Hi. In this video, we quickly explain how users are defined in Modaltrans. So here we go. After creating our company registration, we can add users to the program with the Users button on the main screen we are directed to. You can add your users with the plus button on the right corner of our users page. We fill in the necessary information about the user's name, email address, which office they are in, indicate which operation team it refers to. After filling in the other boxes, we can determine the accessibility of the user with the Authorization Type button. You can see the options by clicking the arrow to the right of the box. By selecting Non-Active in the Active, Non-Active box, you can prevent the user from accessing the program. Finally, click the button to set up the authorization and user password. We enter our password in two boxes, at least 6 characters. In the User Roles area on the far right, we select the fields that we will authorize. In the User Roles area on the far right, we select the fields that we will authorize. In addition, if you have 2 users with the same access rights in this area, there is an area where you can copy the rights that you set in one. Finally, when we click the Save button, our user is now ready to use the program. After creating a user, you can update the user information and change the password with the Settings button on the right. You can make SMTP settings for the relevant user. After filling in the relevant boxes, we click on the Update User button. With the Change Authorization button, you can restrict the access of the relevant user within the program. You can determine the accessibility of the relevant user for all modules. We click on the relevant module. It shows the user's privileges on the CRM screen. We click the Edit button. You can leave it unauthorized, restrict access to images, or authorize editing. You can differentiate the privileges for each screen. Then we save. You can copy the same privileges to another user by clicking the Copy Users Authorizations button. By clicking on the Invoice Counters button, you can authorize the relevant user in areas such as e-invoices. We click for New Invoice Counter Authorization. We select and save the invoice counter that we will authorize. With the User Login button, you can control how often the relevant user logs in and accesses the system. After adding the user, in the drop-down settings, select Send Activation Email and the user activates himself. Or the administrator can activate this user directly. The new user is ready to access the program with their registered email address and password.